But I've always wondered what was off about my mom since I was little and I could notice patterns. Since I noticed patterns as a little girl, I noticed that over time, I started to notice that she is truly narcissistic based on the traits that are listed in many different sources. She is like, that is her. You always know when that's your mom. When you see these videos and things like this. And I think it's very scary, to be honest. And I've talked to a therapist before, and I really don't need to, because you guess what? I'm not the crazy person. She is. And so I asked the therapist before what about my family problems. I said, do narcissistic moms ever kill their daughters? Do they ever try to kill their own daughters? And she said, not typically, Oh, could have fooled me, like it's the rage and the jealousy that they have is so scary and so strong that I wouldn't put it past her, because you just don't know my mom, and people from church, they don't know her either. They don't know my mom. People from the church, they go, I love your mom. I'm like, oh, I feel like I despise when they say things like that to me. I'm her daughter. If you love my mom, I don't have anything to say about that, because you don't even know her. And I mean, they don't know all the bullshit I go through with her. They don't know all the stuff I've been through with her over time. She has good moments, but her good moments are too seldom. They've always been too seldom for me. Her smiling and her joy is too seldom for me. That's part of the biggest problem. And this sounds just like her. Turn you against your siblings. Exactly. It's feels like ever since we were little, she's triangulated relationships, sibling relationships, and this is all her. Judges and all these sound exactly like her. Judges and criticizes your every move. Exactly. She over criticizes me. She's way over critical of me. Like God. If I recorded the unedited her, the way she's criticized me, you would think she belonged in like a all 4 padded walls in a mental facility. She's too intense. She's always been intense. And she's got issues with different kinds of people. She's got issues with Beyonce. When she sees Beyonce on TV, she sees Rihanna on TV, she's like, oh, she gets angry. She seems like she hates them. And her sisters are quite similar. They don't like celebrities either. And that is so creepy and scary to me. Because I've always been a Beyonce fan, Rihanna fan. For sure, I don't scoff in anger when I see them on TV or anything else. And it seems like she has a strong hatred for anyone who's beautiful. And so are her sisters are very similar to her. Anyone who's beautiful, who's in a spotlight. I mean, she's got some of her sisters seem better, but I don't really buy it because they are her sisters. It's kind of okay. It's if you had a mom who was narcissistic, and then she has slightly seeming nice sisters sometimes, but they're so back and forth, you wouldn't buy it either. They can be so rude and then all of a sudden they're so nice. Like, the back and forth from them is like, it's too unpredictable for me. But yeah, I've since I was little, I feel like as a teen developing confidence, I heard all insults. When I'm fucking gorgeous. And do not tell me that I'm arrogant, because you don't know me. And I think it's child abuse to over humbleize a child and give them all insults. This is what I had when early on. I think I was like 9. I heard pretty much all insults, and then suddenly there was a few compliments here and there. Like the scarcity of the compliments that I heard was so scarce that it was pathetic, and it was hard to believe the sincerity of it. So and I always thought I was cute, but where did I get my confidence from? The outside world told me I was cute. The outside world gave me self-esteem, you know? And the first time I truly felt pretty was because someone from the outside, my outside group, gave me so much self-esteem. White women were the first outside of home to give me compliments and build my self-esteem and develop my self-esteem into healthy levels. And they told me, oh, you look like a model. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. Try out for modeling, you know. And it seemed like it infuriated my own mom, because she has a story about how she tried out for modeling. And her sisters, they did too. They have stories. Oh, why does everyone seem to have a story about how they tried out for modeling and fail and they didn't get in, you know? Like those, you know, like they all seemed to wanted to model. So they all wanted to model so badly. And then I got in, like, effortlessly without even trying. Because, of course, I never thought of modeling. And when I was little, I didn't know it was a thing. And the first people who told me about modeling were white women. First people to be positive to me, white women, and tell me to get into modeling. It was like, it was like the hate that I got from home was so strong that it was like absolutely unbearable at times. And I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to make myself upset, but talking about it. But it's jealousy. It is pure jealousy. And, you know, always minimizing a person. They have a bad habit of that. They have always minimized a person who is in a spotlight. And like, for example, Rihanna and Beyonce, when they see Rihanna and Beyonce and other people in a spotlight, they have a magic, my mom and her sisters, of diminishing a human being. They see a beautiful woman on TV. Oh, she looks terrible. When she looks fucking gorgeous. What the hell? Like, you're delusional. This is the kind of people they are. And I have cried and I prayed and I asked God, why would he give me a batch like this? Why would he do this to me? I've called God an asshole. I'm not going to lie. Why is he such an asshole to give me a family like this? And, you know, it's like, it's like the human being that they were supposed to be, to build up other women, wants to be a positive light and hopeful source and not crush a child's self-esteem and worth, it's like that's never been inside of them. Instead, there's like a ugly gremlin type of spirit or something that's in her and all her sisters too. And like a strong, like it's scary. It's always been scary for me, the way that they diminish a woman. And it seems like they don't diminish men the same way. They might a little bit, but like I haven't really seen it. I feel like they praise men. They praise men for being male, just for being born male. And I don't have any gender-based hatred, but like I just always noticed that, why do they like men so much more than me? I'm proud to be a woman, you know? And so yeah, and this is all her. And and I just I've never felt like she was like a safe space for me. Like not mentally and everything, and not emotionally. And she's got this spotlight. It says here, needs the spotlight, attention, and sympathy of others. Yeah, she's always had this spotlight that she has to be in. And if she's not in that spotlight, it's like she's enraged. And it was like this one time. It was this older black woman who goes. She goes, oh, your daughter, she's like a celebrity. She reminds me of a celebrity. And she's like, your daughter, she's walking through this area and the crowd is like moving back as she comes, and she walks in, and they were just describing me like a celebrity. And it seemed like my mom hated the comparison. It genuinely pissed her off, and she's a hater. She's always been like that. But her response, it was like she was like a stone. Like, just imagine a human being becoming like a stone rock, just there, like no face, no facial expressions, no emotions shown. You could tell it made her very uncomfortable. And when she was younger, I saw her pictures, and she wasn't a bad looking woman, but she wasn't a big deal, you know? She was trying to be a big deal. She was trying out for modeling, and she wanted to be such a huge deal. She wanted to be the next famous celebrity model. In her mind, she's so deserving of that spotlight, and she's more deserving than anyone else. And so when she didn't get that spotlight, she was like enraged. She's like, how dare them? Like, she feels like everyone else is wrong when they don't give her the spotlight that she wanted to be in. And yeah, she was naturally thin and everything, but still, I wouldn't want to look like her. Like, I don't look like my mom. And I've had times in Florida where people, they walk, my mom walks in the room and they're like, and a white man, he said, that is your mom? I was not assuming. He said, I didn't think that was going to be your mom. Sorry. He was like, you just didn't seem. He didn't feel like we had a mother-daughter connection at all, so much that he thought she was just like a stray walk-in when she came in the same room I came in. And so, like, it was it was okay that, I mean, he can say what he wants, but he kind of whispered it to me, and it was kind of embarrassing. Not not that he can't say that, but like other people know to pick right up on it. You know, that the awkwardness, the disconnect. It's like the elephant in the room, and so she's got this like, she sees herself as so deserving of the fame and the lights and the celebrity models what she wanted to be, and when she wasn't picked for that, it made her so angry, and she redirects that anger at me since I was little. Like, oh my God, over the years, and I'm not gonna go into it, but like, um, she, she just can't really handle a woman, not even just her daughter, but she can't handle any woman who's in a spotlight that she's not in. That spotlight, Beyonce's and Rihanna's, and she hates that. And if I secretly recorded her raw reaction, you would get what I mean. But, you know, it's just, she's, it's not that she never compliments me. At some point in my life, something happened, I'm not sure what, but out of nowhere, she started complimenting me. And I don't think it was like, maybe if someone said something, I don't know, maybe someone mentioned that she needs compliments, she's your daughter, or something like that. Maybe someone said something like that. But I don't know where she would start complimenting me. She's like, why are you looking so beautiful today? Or say different things. And, you know, like, and her sisters too. But like, it just never felt sincere. It felt like, why are they all suddenly complimenting me now? Why are they being so brand new out of nowhere? So, and it's quite uncomfortable because sometimes, her sisters tell me their insecurities that I won't repeat here, but they'll tell me their physical insecurities. And I don't really know how to respond to that, but like, imagine someone that has insulted you first thing since you were little, you remember being insulted. And then they're telling you their deep rooted insecurities. They're insecure about things that you're not, you know. And it seems like I become their therapist now, which is total bullshit. Imagine being bullied by some relatives for since you can remember, and then suddenly now you're the therapist. Now you're Oprah, and you're, oh, I don't even worry about it, you know, like, and no, and I didn't really respond too much when they told me their insecurities, their own personal insecurities. but they have insecurities that I don't. Like, they're worried about physical things on them that I never worry about. And so it does feel like for ages now, for a long time now, because I'm beautiful, they have to point out anything that is outside of the beauty standard for them in their mind about me. Nothing gets past them. And I think that's very obnoxious. You know, that is abuse because yeah, I am in a spotlight, and when I go up I get compliments and things, and and even if I don't get compliments that day, I don't need the compliments anymore. I'm not a tender child who has no self-esteem anymore. I'm not that anymore. I have developed self-esteem from other outside sources. And so they are like, and once I started feeling comfortable in my skin and developing healthy self-esteem levels, those I developed feeling all of that from like my boyfriend, you know, and my partner gave me that you know, and that's when it started having confidence. And also I got a lot of self-esteem built, sourced from like Indian men from India, Arabic men. A lot of people built, a lot of different men built my self-esteem, like with their words and support. Like white men, white blonde men, different other dark haired white men too. I know a lot of white blonde men who are supportive and compliment me and things. Like, I've attracted a lot of white blondes, and it's not like I was trying to. It just seems like I have always attracted white male blonde. Korean men, full Korean men compliment me, build my self-esteem up a lot, and so do full Japanese men and Chinese men, like, and Arabic men, full Arabic men. I love the way they compliment me. Hispanic men compliment me and built me up a lot. They've built me up when I was totally empty, when I had no self-esteem, because I didn't have a family that gave me that when I was little. And so, I just, it's awkward to me for a mom to not give, and other relatives to not pour positivity into someone. And let's see, I'm gonna be wrapping up soon, wrapping up this video, but and these are Christian people, you know, Christian people who have acted like this, you know, and sometimes I still like Christians. I don't hate all Christians or anything like that, but I like other religions too. I like Hindus and I like the Muslims. I like atheist people. Atheist white men are really nice. Those are the ones I know. And so it's, and the atheist white men, I don't tell them everything I go through. I told them a little bit. I told them just a little bit. Yeah, I have trouble. I'll tell them something like, yeah, I have trouble with my mom, and it's hard, and they've offered me different solutions, and I didn't really like those. I didn't like the solutions offered. Sometimes I'm not gonna go into, but some of those solutions were like sometimes men love a damsel in distress. So you're having problems and stress, and they want to come to rescue you, but they don't necessarily have good intentions for you. And so, yeah, he wanted to come to my rescue, a white male, but I was too scared to live in his house, and he's a stranger, to get away from home. Yeah, I totally considered that. And I pictured in my mind moving all my things into his beautiful house. He's got an amazing house. And he offered that for me. But I was so terrified because I don't know this man. And anything could happen after that. And for sure, of course, obviously he's sexual. Like most race men are. And so I never had sex with this guy and would never want to either. It's just he looks like like he could be my grandpa if you saw him. And so it's but I remember talking to him before and crying and talking to him, and he was kind of consoling me after what I was going through with her. And she'll at times she's made me that emotional like that, and uncomfortably emotional. I don't normally like to talk about things, and then I don't like to cry, of course, in front of a stranger. And so but I was talking to this white atheist man, and he's like offering some really awkward solutions. And so he said saying things that he thought would make me feel better. I guess saying that he wanted to get me pregnant, and he looks like a grandpa. I would never want to be pregnant with any sperm that old. 1920s type of sperm probably. So that's disgusting. And so men, like, he's not the type that I'm attracted to, this atheist old grandpa looking white male. He's not attractive to me. He's too old. And I've already attracted the best looking men, like I've already attracted men that I thought like, wow, he's perfect. I've already attracted those types that give me compliments, and like model looking and very attractive men. And so well, like I said before, I think I would have greatly benefited from being adopted, but I always kept that in my own mind and never said it out loud. Like, I would have really appreciated a Hispanic mom, white mom, or like any kind of like Asian, like any Asian, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, would have been really refreshing to get. Or any of the variations. I think they're so nice to me, and I know not every woman is always nice. Duh, I understand that. But there's a borderline, you know, and my mom has well crossed that borderline of being cold a long time ago. You know, she's went way past the borderline and of being cruel and being jealous and mean. And she shocked me. The things she's done, she shocked me. Totally been I always thought she was mean, but you think a person is mean and then they do some things to make you think, wow, they are not even mean, they're just a freaking bitch. Like, yeah, I've thought that. Like, whoa, she's went far past the borderline of mean. She's went far past that. She's ridiculous. And so, I've always I picture if that I would want to be a girl mom. I've always pictured that in my own mind and kept that to myself. I would have loved to be a girl mom, like start to think like that since I was like a teenager because girls are drawn to me like a magnet. And I try my best to build and empower women, even though look at how disempowered, if that's even a word, look at how disempowered I've been. And you can't really pour from an empty cup, but to imitate women that are full cup. So what I've done is I tried to imitate positive influences like of white women. I try to pour from their cup because obviously who's filled my cup? Women have not filled that since I was little. So I pour from the cup of a confident white woman that has inspired me. White American beautiful woman. She's poured into me and I pour from her cup since I'm empty. So, and that's not even funny, but I'm laughing. And so I think I'm fit to be a girl mom more so than my own mom. And for sure, some moms are just girl moms. I've seen girl moms on YouTube with their children, and I thought, oh my God, for sure she's a girl mom. And you'll know a girl mom when you see it, because she loves to be a girl mom. And she cries to see at her daughter's dance recitals, and she wears shirts with her daughters on it, and she loves her daughters. I think that's me. I connect with that kind of woman because I think she's me. I'd probably be the same way. So, um, so, um, it is like, I think that's beautiful. And when I watch her YouTube all the time, I'm not going to say who right now, but she's a mom who has girls and boys. And she's like a ultimate girl mom. And when I watch her, yeah, sometimes I'll even cry if I watch her because I'm like, wow, I think, wow, she's the super girl mom. I'll cry like tears of joy though, like it feels like she heals me in some ways. I know that sounds weird. But it feels like she heals me to watch her be an ultimate girl mom and to be a super girl mom because my mom wasn't like that. I feel like healed and touched by her. And I might say who she is one day, but not right now. I think I've said it on my Facebook before though. And I feel like so happy and so much joy when I watch her because of the way she loves her daughters, and the way she is so supportive of them. And it may seem weird, but I feel so much joy when I see her, even though it doesn't quite make sense. I know, why should I feel joy if my mom wasn't like that? It feels like it feels good for me, so, and it feels like I could use her as a guide to be a mom one day. I could use her as who I'm trying to be like. And she is a white woman with kids. And I have to use a role model from somewhere, a positive role model from somewhere. And she's who I would try to be like in a mom. And the way that she loves her kids and the way that she's supportive and everything. And like let's just say, for example, I'm just trying to make a point here. Let's just say that if I suddenly became like a billionaire, and who would I first tell about that money? Who would I honestly first tell? I would tell my India guy friends and some India girls from India first, and then I would tell some Arabic friends and Asian friends too. And then, of course, I would be crying. Of course, I would be very happy about that. But, like, I would also tell, like, I wouldn't tell too many people. And I would probably not tell, like, most of my relatives, but I would tell some. And then, I honestly don't think I would tell my mom. I think it's a horrible idea. Because because of how she's shown me how she acts, I would have to look up online a video of how narcissistic moms act when you get money, and then I would know to trust that source because she's fit all the other signs of being a narc mom. And so I would be too scared to tell her because she has shown me who she is, and things I would consider doing if I became a billionaire, I would consider getting a restraining order from her. Doesn't mean I would, but I would at least consider it because she would be coming on so strong for me. I know her. She'd be coming on so strong for me. She's never had unconditional love for me. I don't think she's had unconditional love. So, like, she would be acting all brand new, calling me baby, calling me sweetheart, all these pet names, all these nicknames out of nowhere. And then she would be buttering me up. She would be complimenting me so much. Oh, you're gorgeous. And she's never been a compliment fanatic. She's here and there sparse with the compliments. But she would certainly be buttering me up so that I could give her and take care of her, And I'm not saying that okay, all the hell she's put me through, I know, but I don't know if I would actually. That doesn't mean I like to see her. It doesn't mean I like for her to suffer, even though she's made me suffer so much. But like, I would find a way to give to her without her knowing that I had any money. I would find a way to put it on my oldest brother or something, like blame him, say, oh, he gave it to you, because she's too awkward for me. And yeah, narc moms, they praise their sons, they hate their daughters. And so I would find a way to hide away from her, because it could turn on me in any way. She could attack me emotionally, physically, or she could sue me. She could do anything. I would hope that she would never sue me, but you can't really say, I can't say that she wouldn't, because she's been so mean. So, but oddly enough, she does say things like, oh, I would never sue a human being, or she said things like that. That she doesn't believe in suing or something like that. A human being, that's her relative. So, so, and I mean, I think it's cool when adult kids do take care of their parents to a certain degree, as long as you can do that. As long as that's in your budget. Also, as long as they've treated you kind enough for you to do that. And as long as all the pressure's not on you. If you have other siblings, yeah, that makes sense to share the responsibility. But sometimes parents, they put more pressure on one adult child than the other. And it's always going to be better if you can share the responsibility of taking care of them, if you can share it, So, if you can, Right?